la la, yeah, boy. La la la, yeah, boy. Zone beats, boy.
Subscribe to Kiwi Box. That's the one.
Kia ora team. So I have an article here from Boxing Scene. I will leave in the description. You read it, come to your own conclusions as usual. But it's regarding the situation of Dillian Whyte at present. As we all know, he had been ordered by the WBC to fight Dominic Breazeale, who is the current mandatory for the interim WBC heavyweight title, which is effectively the mandatory position for the champion who's busy with other obligations. Those obligations at the time were Tyson Fury versus Wilder rematch that had been ordered. However, when negotiations broke down and the fight got called off between Wilder and Fury, Dominic Breazeale, the current mandatory, got the call up to have his WBC shot at Deontay Wilder. And that effectively left Dillian Whyte out on the cold. He lost his opportunity to fight for the mandatory position. So he has a meeting with Mauricio Solomon, the WBC, and a whole lot of lawyers. Eddie Hearn will be there, of course, as well, tomorrow to figure out what's going to happen with Dillian Whyte. So why I think it's an interesting situation is this is very similar to something that's happened in the past with the WBC. As we know, Bermane Stiverne got gifted the mandatory position through Alexander Povetkin pissing hot for Osterine, and he was sitting on that for a while. They were supposed to fight for the interim title, so because Bermane Stiverne lost his opportunity there to fight for the interim title, and Povetkin couldn't fight because he pissed hot, he was gifted the mandatory position. That's the first instance. Now, Deontay Wilder had scheduled himself to fight Luis Ortiz the first time, but Luis Ortiz didn't declare the right medication. His blood pressure medication popped dirty for it, and he was declared unfit to fight. So Stiverne got the call up as the mandatory, but Bermane Stiverne had already been ordered to fight Dominic Breazeale for the interim title prior to that. And then once Breazeale lost his opportunity because Stiverne got moved in instead of Ortiz, that's when the WBC were obligated to give Dominic Breazeale an opportunity to obtain the mandatory position. This is the second instance. So, because his opponent got taken away, his opportunity got taken away, and then the WBC's resolution was, okay, you can fight Eric Molina, and if you win, we'll give you the mandatory position. It's not an actual final eliminator, because if Eric Molina wins, he gets nothing. So that's how Dominic Breazeale got the mandatory position. 2 times the WBC have made it very easy for somebody who's been ordered to fight somebody for effectively the mandatory position, and the opponent gets taken away one way or another. They've made it very easy for somebody to obtain the mandatory position. So what's going to happen with Dillian Whyte? Is he going to be gifted the position like Bermane Stiverne? Possibly not, maybe, because his opponent didn't piss hot for something. Is it likely that the WBC are going to say, okay, you can fight anybody inside the top 15 and we'll give you the mandatory position, like Dominic Breazeale? Possibly. Or is there going to be some kind of bias from the WBC because Dillian Whyte is not a US based fighter? What do you think? I'd like to see some consistency from the WBC here. We have precedents for this situation, so let's see what happens. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think is fair for Dillian Whyte in his position, and what do you think the WBC will actually do? Looking forward to reading some of your comments. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Big Boys Boxing, we out. See you.
Zone beats, boy.